Hello, hello, my beloved people. We are here back with wisdom. And in this ending of June, approaching July, I want to welcome my beautiful partner, Sam. How are you today?
I am good. I put on my sunniest suns because we're post midsummer, heading into July. I'm good. How are you?
I'm in a very playful
Oh, a playful mood. I wonder why.
playful mood, and we were just if you allow me to come to share that before recording we were just playing in a sense of asking the
Excellent.
oracle. So I offer some cards of the oracle, of the medicine woman oracle. It's a serious thing for me, but play is a serious thing. Many
Mm,
people may relate playing with something that is not serious, but I think it's something very, very sacred. And the interesting and beautiful thing is to see how the cards play with us, and they offer Sam this coyote totem. If you
I love it. You know what? That coyote totem picture, it mirrors my hair. You hold it up to the camera again. Look at that. Look at that little white pieces around the face. I haven't got the
ah,
ears. But I think if
yeah.
I put my ears, I would definitely be that coyote right now. But when you held those cards up, because Gabby held the cards up in front of me on the screen, it was very clever the way that she did it. And she spanned out the cards. And I was really drawn. I was absolutely, it was like, there's no way I was going to pick that card. And if you flip it over, do you mind if you just flip the card over and hold it up to the people so they can see the back of that card? So that was the card span, but the back of the card that I actually picked, it was really solidly green, and I could see this huge chunk of green, and that really pulled me in. There was something around that color that sucked me in.
Mm. Yeah, but there were many green cards, and
Mm,
you were attracted to the one that is
that's one.
the messages show humor, laughter is your medicine.
It was perfect. What a perfect card for today's talk when we're talking about play. And
Yeah.
we've both got quite a lot to say about play, but there's some lovely things I want you to share, Gabby, in terms of kind of how it means to us as humans, what it means for us.
Well, I will start by the laughter and the medicine,
Mm,
because I was sharing before recording that in Chinese cosmovision or Chinese medicine, in the elements, or this in these days I realized that this wuxin and these phases, it's actually the healing wheel of Chinese. You know, in many
mm,
ancient traditions, they have this wheel system where you have like colors and the different directions of the north, south, and they are related to different things. And in summer, for Bushin, it's related to summer is the south direction. With funnily enough, coyote is related, and the sound of summer is laughter, because
yes.
we are joyful. We are with all our bodies having a sensual experience
Mm,
of life. And sensual
mm,
experience, it means we are with all our senses coming out to life and contact life. And play, for me, it's about being in this frontier. When you come from inside to outside, you feel safe enough in yourself. Maybe in the case of kids, when they feel safe enough with their parents, with people holding space for them, that they can go out to the world and explore. So it's this dance between being safe enough to dare to go to the uncertain, and to go to the unknown, and
mm.
discover. No, so for
Oh,
me, playing is an attitude. It's a way of approaching life, more than like saying, "Oh, and now I will organize this time or time," like in an adult way of thinking. It's more like a way of approaching. And when I discovered that also in Latin, the origin of the word in Spanish, jugar, jocare, it's related to doing something with joy.
Do you know what you were talking about the in terms of the exploration in play is the way that we, when we're babies and young people, learn about the world.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you had a young person in your house. I mean, you've got a young person in your house, in terms of your son, but you had a very small person in your house recently.
Ah,
So the exploration through play must have been happening when she was visiting.
yeah, and I want to also put some context to the day she came. So it's the daughter of a friend of mine, and I have the joy to have played with her in the past month because I went to her house and we played a lot, and now she came over and I babysit. She's 4 years old, and it
Mm,
was an interesting day because it was a day that it was mixed with many different layers of emotions. On one
mm,
hand, I went to a career event to explore the to explore, you see, to come out from the state I'm in the moment, to explore what's on the career horizon, if to see if I can complement with my life as a freelancer and all this stuff. So it means it comes with a daring and going
mm,
out and some fears and all this stuff. On the same day, also it was mixed with coming back home and enjoying the company of my son, but also seeing that he was on pain. He has been living through pain and limitations in the past 2 years due to an illness. So it was also mixing this, like I was feeling proud of myself for coming out of my fears. I was feeling validated and yeah, reassured of my capacities and skills and all this stuff. On the same time, facing this, like, okay, fear of pain coming back, how to handle it. On the same time, also resourcing myself in the experience I have had through these 2 years to know that I can handle whatever it comes on my plate. Not because I can assure what will be resolved, but I trust on myself. So I have been building trust. And at the same time, we had this little girl coming, and it was so sweet. It was like my home was immersed in this sweetness. I can say it was
mm.
like we didn't speak much. She's little. She just came, and it was like from the moment she came, she knew that that's the kind of interaction with me. Like she doesn't need to speak much, just jiggles and look at me with yeah, eyes that understand each other without telling much. So we did puzzle. We played Twister, but Twister in our own way. And then she invented rules, and then we went around to explore that. And yeah, we play so many. What I like is it's not like organized. It's just so like life itself, messy and since coming together, disintegrating, reorganizing. And then we watch a film, and it was so sweet to see also my son, no, through his what he was living, coming and wanting to be the older brother of her.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, it was a medicine, like it says on this coyote. No, it's a
yeah.
medicine for the heart. This um, the medicine of play. Yeah.
So let's stay with that medicine of play because I think that's a really powerful phrase. Like the medicine of play and the way that you talked about when you went into that careers fair and it was the exploration and you were kind of moving to new places, to new territory. And there is something around the wily coyote that does
Mm-hmm.
that. The wily coyote is out there looking at exploring and testing out and what goes on here and when. And it's if we all maybe are able to embody that playful, explorative mindset when we're facing something new, then that would really help mitigate those feelings of fear
Mm-hmm.
and not feeling quite sure, but
Mm-hmm.
just like taking it. I'm doing this a lot. It's like holding it lightly, isn't it? It's holding it lightly, so we're not gripping really hard when we're in that playful mood. There's a kind of picking up and letting go happening.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's great when we are learning something new or we're moving into a new arena. that we can pick it up and drop it,
Mm.
which is quite nice actually. So for your little visitor, she was able to pick up the rules, drop the rules, make the rules, break the rules, and it
Yeah.
was fine because in that container of your home, there was also that safe place as well.
Yeah.
I
And
like
I
that.
want to bring our attention and also to the people that are listening to us, just to bring a moment of attention to our bodies and to ourselves and to notice how safe do we feel, no? Nowadays
Mm,
is I think we are living in challenging times, but
mm,
just take a moment to feel where do you find safety? How do you resource your safety or your safe feeling, no? It
mm,
doesn't need to be only a place. So which people
mm,
help you to have this container? What
mm,
practices help you to have this container, no? How important is safety? Because with an dysregulated nervous system, that it doesn't feel safe, it's difficult to explore. And that's why I wanted to mention
mm.
about my day. It was not a day that everything was like flat. I
Yes,
was
it was
like,
up and down. It sounds like.
yeah, but I have
Yeah.
been building, and it's just to show to people how worse is to like this step by step building your container, your body container, your spiritual container, your emotional container, that you can, like a river, have the capacity to let flow all these different states of feelings,
Mm,
and still feel safe for play.
mm,
That's what I
mm,
wanted to convey also with this telling my day. It's not that it didn't mean that I was all I mean sparkling and enjoy, or faking my playfulness with this little
mm,
girl. It was that I have been building through practices, to in my case through the qigong, to my shamanic practices, to my friendships, to all these relationships and all these things, a container that can let all this happen.
yeah, I love it. And all of the learning that we do in all of the my learning is slightly different to yours, but the sort of ancestry piece is big for me as well. I know it's very big for you. And actually, it's allowing different ways of seeing the world
Hmm.
to kind of come through our eyes as well.
Yeah.
So maybe if I was embodying coyote properly, you know, what would I be looking for? What would I be seeing? What would I want? What would I be searching out? How would I be sensing the world with a coyote mindset, which might be different to the Sam mindset right now?
Mm-hmm.
And that piece around exploration, we are very much into the extra reception piece of our world. We are using our senses, our smell, our sight, our taste, the sounds we hear when we're in that playful place. Because we're engaging, we're touching, we're feeling, and we're saying I like or I dislike.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to drop, as I say, pick up and drop and let go when you're in that playful state of mind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm. I hope you don't mind, but I feel like I'm called right this moment to share a couple of ways that I'm feeling quite playful right now. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a particular zone um, in my life in this place because I don't think I've mentioned before, but I mean, I've recently had back surgery, so my world has slightly shrunk in terms of my geographical world. Obviously, my this world has not. It's kind of expanded a bit. But I've really used play and I've utilized play in my recovery as well, in a
Mm-hmm.
couple of different ways that I'd just like to share with people because I do think sometimes there are many of us who have challenging times in our life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to sit in the shit, excuse me, in the dark bits, but actually that's not going to help us if it doesn't help us in our recovery. So for me, I've honed back into treasure hunts. So I loved a treasure hunt when I was a child. Treasure hunts were really exciting, like really exciting. And so the way that I did treasure hunting as a child has carried on into my adulthood. If I'm on a beach, I'm looking down to look for treasure, sea glass or shells or that beautiful hagstone that I might see. But in my area, my geographical area, I'm really zooming in on the treasure that's around me. So recently I stopped by a hornbeam tree and there was an army of ants going up, up, up into the canopy and down. I just stood there and it was like, it was a playful moment because I was interacting with the tree, I was interacting with the ants, I was watching and thinking, what's going on up there? What kind of party are they having up there? Why am I not invited? And just having these kind of little stories around what's going on in my natural world. That's so treasure hunting for me is one way. The other way is playing with color.
Mm.
So for me, playing with color is key. So color on me and color around me. So in my areas of my home and my garden, playing with color, maybe moving flower vases or moving furnishings, really leaning into that playing with color and using color as a way to resource me in a
Mm.
playful way. I'm very drawn to that red or pink behind you in yours.
Mm-hmm.
It's like jumping out at me, and that's the sort of thing that I'm kind of pulling on. And the last one is wordplay, because I'm doing a lot of writing at the moment, but really letting words, individual words, and phrases play out in my mind and letting that lead to maybe a new piece of writing. And I love when you explained earlier around the meanings of the word play. And you mentioned the Spanish derivation. Can you tell what was the Germanic one?
The one that when I search, I mean, I didn't
Yeah,
go to depth, but when I search, it says something like the very, very old Germanic roots of play. It's related to movement, and it was related to dance.
that's it, dance.
Mm.
And that in all of these is like a dance for me. There's
Mm-hmm.
dancing with color, dancing with the nature piece, dancing with the words. So if I may not be physically moving as much as I am moving, but I'm not physically moving as much as I normally do, I
Mm-hmm.
am still carrying out that dance in a different way.
Mm.
Yeah. What about you? How's play showing up for you right now?
Hmm. Well, it's a dance.
Yeah, it's
It's
always a dance with you.
Yeah, I mean, I must confess that I'm very bad dancing in the sense of because yeah, I have problems to be led.
I didn't understand that. Say that again. You
Couple dancing. I'm not good at
Oh,
that
okay.
because I'm not
You
like
don't like being led.
voila. I have a
So
problem with that's why I'm learning. I think that's why life gifted me with being a mother because it has helped me to open that side of me. Well, not only being a mother, also have gifted me with a mother that was schizophrenic and that have gifted me with ways to also break down a little bit my rationality and my need for control because I
mm,
think if you want to play properly, you need to let loose
let go.
and
Yeah.
let go, right? So yeah, dancing, I'm still learning to dance, although I love to dance, but I am dancing with, I besides playing with my son or playing, I had the gift to play with this little girl several times this month and all these things. I also have this word playing, no? So I, like you, I write and I have words and I write it down. I have my notebooks and
Mm,
I let them inform myself. I play with, as I said, it's sacred, not the messages of an oracle, but I play in the sense
yes.
that I am letting go of any rationality and just open the Tao Te Ching and let it talk to me and leave that. And then one other thing is I have been since I think 3 years. Yeah, 3 years I started to be more connected to practices that are, or well, even before, because when if I think about Qigong, it's pretty having pretty animistic roots or shamanic roots,
Yes.
no?
Yes.
So I was already with my body embodying energies or embodying principles of the Tao. And with shamanism now that I have been learning like 3 years and going through these like healing wheels, and now I'm taking a shamanic circle that we have classes every month, like 5-6 hours and all these things. It has helped me to be in a more playful state, and that allows me to connect with the invisible world in a different way. And for example, I do also treasure hunting. I didn't know it, but I do it
Mm.
maybe. And recently I went to the library, and it turns out that yeah, the invisible world had a game for me, and I didn't
Oh, what was this game? What was revealed to you? Oh, you just frozen a tiny bit. She's going to come back.
know,
Now
romance
you're
and
back.
whatever.
It's
And
okay.
I
It's
found a
okay.
book. Frozen, you frozen, Sam?
Are you frozen? I froze then. Oh,
Okay.
that's so we both are frozen.
Okay.
We're not going to worry about that. So let's just
No.
start. So you went to the library and you found this book.
And I found a book, and this girl was playing with me. You see, she's hiding behind the curtains, like I used to do when I was a kid. And the big thing was that the name of the book is the name of my mom. And I
Oh
was
my
attracted.
God.
Yeah, so I was attracted to it because of the girl and the playfulness behind the curtains, but also the name of my mom. And it was a game that developed through time because I discovered then that the book is from Estonia. Estonia is the
Your
land where
heritage,
the
yes.
the homeland of my grandparents,
Hmm.
the father and the mother of my mother. And then little by little I discovered that this girl is a poet like me. So she wrote poetry in Estonia and reconnected people with their souls, and being proud of being Estonia in a time where they were dominated by Russians, Germans, or Danish, no, because they have been dominated by different other countries,
Yes.
and they were not allowed to write in Estonian or learn Estonian or all these things. No, and she wrote poetry that ignited this fire in people.
Mm.
And then I also asked my uncle, and it turns out my mom was named after this lady, and it turns out that in some kind of way, maybe very very far, but she is related to me in my bloodline. So you see, that's a game I have been involved, discovering all these things, and let that unknown talk to me. So I think also playing is about learning to listen, but not listen only with our ears, but as you were saying, with all our senses, no?
Absolutely.
To pay attention
Mm.
with everything. I was mentioning this poem of David White that I like that is called "Everything is Waiting for You."
Mm.
Everything is talking to you, everything is playing with you
Mm.
in a beautiful way, no, in an inviting
Yeah.
way.
You know that as you when you talked about that, yes, we are there, we're kind of engaging with the world. And then there is that play when we are completely focused.
Mm,
That kind of intense focus on something. And
mm,
I'm kind of just called back to as a child being really like in the moment, whether it's maybe building, I know, with Lego or something, you know,
mm,
that
yeah.
intense, and that is like a proper focused play as well. So there's like zooming out and zooming in, I think, when we're playing.
Yeah, because I think
Well,
you are training,
taking it.
and that's something I realized on Sunday during my shamanic training, how important is to train, and I also develop it through the years with Qigong, is to train the capacity to be in an alert state that is relaxed. So it's a
Yeah.
state where you're focused, but you're not feeling overwhelmed by the focus. So I
Mm,
think what you're mentioning, that's a beauty, when you're playing Legos or doing a puzzle. I love puzzles, for example, and
mm,
they are so relaxing, even though you are very focused. And in
yeah.
the physiology, when you're focused, you are also the hormones that are segregating and are the same that when you are alert, when there's something a danger. But if you train your nervous system, I mean, train in the sense that playing can be a way to train this focus state in a feeling safe
Mm.
that you
But that's
can,
also when we're in ventral vagal.
yeah,
That's that feeling of I'm ready to engage with you.
yeah.
I'm feeling in this safe place. and
Yeah.
I'm resourced and I'm here and it's a kind of coming out. And I'm doing this because I feel that it very much is coming out from the heart. And we talked about the heart earlier, I think, in one of our talks, in fact, in our meditation, we were talking about the heart.
Yeah.
So it is here. We're here and we're ready to be with you. I'm ready to be with you and play and explore and test out.
Hmm.
Ooh, we've covered quite a lot of ground today, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to share final
Yeah.
reflections or invitations for the
Well,
beautiful people that are watching us, listen to us?
we really hope that you have got a sort of sensation. Maybe I think maybe I'd invite you to sense in. Maybe we could do this together. Sense in now. What? It's gonna write. How is play showing up in your body right now? When was the last time that play raised its head? Is that wily coyote lurking around the edges? Are you ready to invite it in? And maybe something from our conversations through the words of your own ancestors who may be talking to you right now and pointing out a play here, go here, little prods. Or maybe it's a sense that you could just lean into sound, smell, taste. Maybe even just going off and having your lunch and tasting your food in a playful way.
Mm.
Oh, so that maybe we could link in our next month, and maybe we can talk about that sensuous
Mm-hmm.
and sort of sensuous and that kind of feeling of really revealing that comes in
Mm-hmm.
summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So maybe tasting your food in a sensuous way, or tasting your food in a playful way. What is that like?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
see if that enables you to connect in a more playful way in the world today.
Mm. Wow. Thank you, Sam. Thank you.
So we've really enjoyed having you with us, and we hope that you join us on the journey going forward into July. We've
Yeah.
got some fabulous episodes coming up for you, but we're going to stop here. So it's goodbye from me.
And goodbye for me. So see you playing soon.
Yes. So embodying energy, definitely that playful energy, embracing the summer season. With
Yeah.
wisdom is signing off. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.